Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Calamity. Yes, today was supposed to be Panelisa, and partway through doing a project, I dropped it. Yep, sticky side down, and I was using this stuff, which is lovely. It's my 3D pearl drops to do one of the projects, and look, I've got it all over my fingers, and it looks like my skin's peeling. But anyway, that project was a disaster. So I'm going to redo it, make sure it is dry this evening, and share that with you tomorrow. So instead of Friday, my day, I'm having my day personal haul today. And in the sale, I ordered myself loads of these because they were only a couple of bucks. So I got another 10 of those, and as I said, I think they're about 284 or something like that. And these are 8 GB memory sticks, and they've also got the C adapter on them. I'm just moving them out of the way so I can talk to you. Woo! Yeah, shove them all back in the box. This is what they are. So you get the C adapter if you need it, or if you want to, if you've got a capable camera, download all your photographs onto there. But that's what I use it for, just for, regular use, sticking into my PC. And I buy these for my digital paper. See, that one's got B on it. So I've also print a list of everything that I've got in the B group, and this at the moment has only got basic grey on it, but I am going to add Bo Bunny, and each one of these is 8 GB. So I've got a lot of these, and you get a little doodah there, and when I've got some time, I intend to put a little jump ring and a little label and just write on what's on there. So they do hold an awful lot. I think at the moment there are 2,000 basic grey images just on this, and there's loads of space left. So, if you're into digital papers, and I mean, I've got an awful lot of printed cardstock, and I get sent a lot, and sometimes I do buy it, because I do like my craft cardstock and stuff like that. But I've really gone over to digital because it's just clearing huge amounts of space in my craft room. I mean, I think there's probably 12 basic grey sets on here. Can you imagine 12 by 12 paper pads and all of the elements, all the chipboards, all the stickers? Imagine how much space that takes up. And I've got it here instead. So I'm really loving it. But, when I do one, eventually I will also do a second, because anything can become corrupted that's on your computer. All files can become, corrupted for whatever reason. So I'm going to do a backup of the drive and then delete what's on my computer, because that'll free up space, and I can upload and download stuff a lot faster and store even more stuff. Yeah. So anyway, I've got 10 of those. Right, put that in my little tray. And so down to my haul. Right, so first up I have a Christmas mitten, and that may not look so apparent at the moment. It's got an awful lot of detail, and it's a lovely size. Now, I do believe this one is no longer available. I'm going to show you how this is used, because I'm going to go and cut it in a minute. And then the next thing I got, because I thought it would look great on a slimline, is a gingerbread train. And once again, you've got the outline, so you can cut a blank to go behind the image, and the same with the train track. And then all of the wheels are like candy canes, and you've got the little choo-choo bit, and you've got the little dot there like a cherry or something that's coming out of the spout, or you can just layer it over that one. So I'm going to cut the mitten, and I'm going to cut the train, and I'm going to show you what I do with those in a minute. Right, look at this. Look at the detail in that, and it is huge. Huge. You get many layers. That is 8 inches, and I think this was $3 or $4 by 5.5. So 8 by 5.5. And if you look at it, these bits in the middle, these are all separate frames, and they will pop out. I just absolutely think that's glorious. And you know me, you know, I'll sort of like cut up bits and pieces of it. You've got a lovely fold line there, so it could be folded into quarters and then just use the corner pieces, just trim bits off. But look at the layering. You get 3 back dies so that you can, you know, totally layer the whole thing up. So that's one of my others. And then I was so glad to get this because when I bought it, it said we only have 10 left. Now, I don't know if it's still only 10 left or if it went down, but it's the tattered edges. Look at that. You put that on the edge of your paper, and what it will do is it will just emboss really deeply and cut that little rope edge. Oh, I want my camera to behave. I want to see how close I can get. And then you've got like, you can make your card or your tag edges frilly or ragged. You can make it look like it's got tassels. And I might cut a couple of these actually. And then you've got little blobbity bits to make it look, you know, real rough. And then you've got another torn edge with all those details. You've got a little dotty edge. You've got a very sort of like decal crimped edge. And then there's a notebook edge. And then look at that one. Oh, I do hope it's showing up. Maybe if I put my hand under it. There we go. You've got that gorgeous distressed lace edge with all those little dots. You get another edge, which is a bit like, you know, those pirates maps that you get. And you can stamp all sorts of cute things and have your little pirate boats and shit. I don't know, what's it called? It's scroll. Yeah, that's it. Like those burnt scroll edges. And then here's another one that will just make it look all tattered. But I will pull a couple of these off and cut them and show you. And then this glorious thing. I'm going in this way, but really I should go that way so that you can see it all. And you get this fabulous back layer, and then you get a frame, and then you get, if I shake them up so that you can see, whoop, I'm trying to, there we go. We've got doors, there, I'll hold it there. And you've also got a window frame, so you can have a double door, and obviously you can have your double window. You just need to cut 2. But that can open out. You can use your acetate behind here. You can have your snowman stamp, or, you know, your image of children looking through for Christmas, or springtime or autumn. That one, you know, wood grain with all your pumpkins and everything outside of your barn door or something. Oh, just absolutely gorgeous. And I'll measure it. And that is 7 3/4. And then over here, we are almost 5.5. Yeah, well, I would say actually some of these stick out a little bit further, so 5.5. But isn't that wonderful? Ooh, I just love that. And so easy to put your acetate. Use a little bit of pale blue alcohol ink or something, and then some glitter, and make little drifts of snow in the panes. Just really nice. I love that. And then next up, I have this one. And I'm going to shift it from side to side because this might not be so apparent. I mean, obviously you can see the bits here that need to be trimmed out. So you've got notebook edges. Look at the size of it. So that can be a background in a journal. You can tear that up into many pieces if you want to. And then you've got this one, which has got the notebook top. And then you've got that sort of like distressed lace running through it. You've got wildflowers with little bits of, you know, faux sticky tape. You've got paper clips. You've got buttons. You've got some writing that you can use to emboss. You've got that gorgeous little piece that can also be a tag. Another little wildflower. And then you've got tiny little bits that you can cut as, you know, pretend tape and cover that one up if you wanted to. And another little button. And also you've got a pen. So you've got a little fountain pen in there. I'll put my hand under, take the glare away, and I will measure the biggest piece. Right, here goes. We are 7 3/4, and then trying to find the widest bit there. going down to there just to make sure. 5.5 inches. So just absolutely wonderful. So I've got that one. And then I got papers, and this is where it will start to become apparent. So if I get my papers out, these are printed on a very good quality gloss paper. You can see the shimmer there on that. Now, that big lace frame that I showed you before, you lay that die onto there and you can cut it out. And I've been sent several of these, but these are what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this die. All I have to do is put that die onto there and that will cut that out. So that's what I'm going to do with that one. And then, oh, they sent me loads of those. And that is the gingerbread train. So I'm going to run off. I'm going to cut the gingerbread train. I'm going to cut the mitten and cut a couple of those borders. And I'll be right back. Right, so I just quickly went and cut those 3 things and also cut the borders. I haven't snipped them apart yet, so I put them down solid. You can see I still need to poke it out. So I cut them into the paper. Now that's not going to make much sense. So what I'm going to do is just crop down with my scissors, and I'll do it on the bits there. I think they all cut out nicely anyway. So I'm just hacking down so I can get all my bits apart. But obviously you wouldn't do this. You'd snip your die apart and place it to the edges of your pockets or your cards or your book page, whatever it is you were doing. Right, so this is going to make more sense now. So I'll pull the pieces off that are waste. That's waste. So that's what that die is going to do to the edge of your paper. I just think that's gorgeous. So that is one. Let's get this one out. Here's another. So you've got that there. This bit here, that bit wouldn't exist because your paper would be all flat and smooth up there. But that's the edge that you're going to get. And then on this one, you've got this gorgeous rope edge. So I'll hold it that way up because that's what the edge of your paper would look like. See if we can get close there. So you've got that lovely rope twist. And then this one is going to give you a slightly frilly edge. See how close we can get there. Ooh, hope you can see that. My camera's having a good old play up. That's right, the sun keeps going in and out. So you get a lovely edge there. And once again, it would be flat up there. And then this one would go that way, so you end up with like a sort of like blanket fringe edge. I really like that. I think it's pretty. So, you know, once again, it's going to go on a pocket edge or a page edge. And even the waist is nice from pairing it up with another one. So, you know, you could just put that down as a border or something. And then there is this one, which gives you a really nice decal edge. You could make really nice paper strips actually, looking at these, just by putting a couple of them together and running it through. So there's another edge which gives you a stitched rough edge. Now this piece here is waste, but once again, you know, you could use that. And then we've got a lovely notebook edge. A couple of places need poking out, but get my poke tool on it. But you can see that it cuts out really, really nicely. So you've got a lovely notebook edge. So if I put it that way, that's, you know, it's going to go to the outside of your paper. And then we've got this gorgeous lace edge. That is just so pretty. Really shabby. And then we have this one. Ignore all this. That would be flat and smooth. And this is the kind of edge that you're going to get. Like a folded, I think I called it like a pirate scroll, didn't I? So you get a scrolly edge like that. But I will be using these next week to just cut out regular sheets of cardstock and turn them into frames. So you'll get to see that. Right, next up is this one. And this is the little Christmas mitten that goes with matching paper. And as I said, I'm not sure you can get it. If you can, I will link it. But that's how it cuts out. See if we can get a close up there. There you go. Very vintage. So I cut two of them out because there was two images to a sheet of paper. But if you turn them over, you can see where all of the detail has gone. See if you can see that candy cane. So just really quick and easy embellishments to make. I mean, just that on a card with a sentiment, you know, or just popped on to a little tag. And as I said, it does come with a back piece. So if you cut it in heavyweight cardstock, you're going to have a really solid tag. And because that candy cane there is attached, you've actually got a loop that you could put your string through. So really sweet. And then this one, I need a little bit more space, my gingerbread train. And I did pop it up on some foam pads. So that is the train track that cut out. So if I rest that down there, and this is my train, and you get a second set of wheels. So those are popped up, and the chimney pot is popped up, and that cherry. So that sits onto the train track, and that comes with extra frames so that you could actually cut a shaped card if you wanted to. But I just thought it would be fabulous on a slimline, and I really like that these bits here, the little train carriages, if I hold it that way, they'll open out a little bit. So if you wanted to, and you've got some, I don't know, flat shaped candy, if you pop these up on foam pads, you could pop a little tiny block of, I don't know what you call them, because I don't eat chocolate, unfortunately. Those little mini Hershey chocolate squares that you can get, you could actually pop one into each of the backs of the wagons there and put that on a card, and you know, the person that receives it can just help themselves to those little squares of candy at the back. But I just think that's gorgeous. Really quick, really easy. You just lie your die down on the paper and cut it out. Right, that is what I've got for you today, and I promise you that what I come up with tomorrow will be Panalisa, and it's going to be dry. So I thank you so much for watching. I really do. And as usual, all links below. Bye.